I have been no contact with my mother for over 30 years, and I can say with a degree of 100,000% certainty that my mother does not miss me as a human being or as her daughter. And the reason that I know that for sure, aside from the fact that she's a sociopath and a narcissist, which basically means she's empty, she's devoid of any feeling towards anyone else, with the exception of the feeling she has about herself and getting her own needs met. When I was living on the streets and I was a runaway and missing child, and she didn't know if I was dead or alive for 3.5 years, it took her far less than a year to disassemble my room like I never existed. But taking it a step further, and I'll put a backstory in my comments where it says my name, you click on it, you could see the backstory video. When social services sent me back home at the age of 17, I lived with my mother in her house with my stepfather for approximately a week. In that week, keeping in mind she hadn't seen her child in 3.5 years, she didn't come out of her room, with the exception of having me do something, sign a document she wanted me to sign. Outside of that, she didn't interact with me at all. This child who was missing, she didn't know if she was dead or alive. Now she has her back, and nothing. No audience, no interaction. So if you're wondering, when you go no contact, why they aren't reaching out, or do they miss you? No, they don't. They miss having the control. They miss being able to use you as the scapegoat in a more active way. Like, for example, my mother could paint me as this horrible child because I was a runaway, looking belligerent, right? Which I was anything but. And therefore, she could be the victim of me and then the hero for taking care of me and accepting me back into the fold. That she misses, I'm sure. Outside of that, she misses nothing.